Hello, Gemini. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general brief from what we're dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what it does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot She's Review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. How am I looking at the exact same energy, Gemini? I just saw this for... I can't remember if it was Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Here we go again. I just saw this. Who they were dealing with. What does it have to do with you? Well, there you are. I don't understand. Hey, what do you know? As I say that, there's the Emperor jumping out. Everyone knows everybody. So there you are, Gemini. Okay, so jumping into this, they got a lot going on, clearly. They got a lot going on with you, and they got a lot going on for themselves. I don't know specifically what the connection is. Okay. They're a little bit kind of scattered mentally and emotionally and all over the place, and they are trying to figure out how to kind of keep their feet on solid ground in a sense. They know it's a very kind of, swirly time energetically speaking. I don't know what that is. It almost seems and feels like what are they in search of? What are they trying to do for themselves? I don't know what that is. It almost just feels like keeping oneself busy or keeping oneself distracted. Because when it comes down to the connection or possible relationship between the two of you, they're even emphasizing like there's problems there too, and it's like, well, damn, okay, so you got problems in that department, okay, and then the connection of the relationship, you got problems in that department too. You're also kind of emphasizing like you don't really want to deal with Gemini, but at the same time, simultaneously, you feel like you have to or need to, or what is that complicated situationship? Like I said, Gemini, they are scattered and all over the place. Like, I don't know where I'm at. It's like, I could see that. But you're so all over the place that whatever you're trying to do for yourself, you kind of just abandon. And then whatever's going on between you and Gemini, you also kind of just abandon and walk away from that too. And it's sort of like saying you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to face something over there for yourself personally. But then also at the same time, it's something between you and Gemini. You don't want to face that either. So it's like, what are you doing? Walking around giving everyone the hand? I have not thought about that in so long. It's like talk to the hand, talk to the hand, talk to the hand, like shoving people out of their way, shoving people out of their face. Hopefully not. It's not like one of those situations. I'm not saying that's what's going on. Energetically speaking, it's just kind of like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with that either. I don't want to deal with you. I don't know what to do with myself. It Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to say that. It don't work that way. It don't work that way, Crosswatcher. It don't work that way. Just because you're having a hell of a time yourself personally doesn't mean you can go around flipping off the world saying, fuck you, world, and making everything and everyone else your problem. Just because runner, avoidant. You don't want to deal with nor face whatever you got going on for yourself. This is a problem, that's a problem, you're a problem, this is a problem, that's a problem. It doesn't sound like you're dealing with any of that. It just sounds like you're complaining. It just sounds like you're just lashing out because you don't know what to do with your thoughts or your emotions when you're left by yourself. It's like a grown adult just throwing a giant ass tantrum. Like, what do you want? I don't know. They just swat you. What can I get you? Nothing. They just swat you. It's like, fine then. Sit there and cry. Sit there and cry and just sit with yourself. The problem is when they start getting up and start moving around and you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go. That's a lot of baby. That's a lot of... There you are, Gemini. Unfortunately, they're like, I don't know. Wow. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay. Let's see where this goes. They're full of themselves, Gemini. They're just so full of themselves. This is like you can't get it. You know, I call this blockhead, meaning that they're so fixed in their ways, they're so set in their mindset or their state of mind or their frame of mind or their emotions and their thoughts. They're so fixed. It's just kind of like a block. You can't really do nothing with it. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the spiritual kind. I'm looking at the spiritual kind. The spiritual blind. You I know exactly who this is. If you don't like tarot, you can leave. Kindly do leave. Like I said, I don't know if it's... How about this? You're going to show me... Like I said, Gemini, I don't know if this is the same energy as I saw, and get this, in Aries. I don't know if it's the same energy that I saw in Sagittarius. Let's see. The only one who's missing is Leo. Let's see. Like, damn. That is crazy. Crosswatcher, who's driving you bonkers? Who's driving you bananas beside yourself? That's funny. Ripping your hair out and shit. Like, I can't fucking stand this. You can't stand a lot. You seem very sensitive and very intolerant of a lot in life. So do tell us more. No, we already know you're spinning in circles. Like, damn. What is it? You don't know how to read tarot? Now you're getting defensive with me. Okay. Don't you read? It comes with a little book. Don't forget to read the fine print. Like, seriously. That's why. There's a lesson there that they're supposed to be going through. All this energy, it's kind of like, damn, you do not know how to be still, do you? You just don't, you can't even be still with yourself. There's Leo. Damn, how do you tame a wild, angry lion? You don't. Sometimes you have to tranquilize them and throw them in a cage. Like, shh, night night. You're a danger to everyone around you. That is, I don't understand what that is, Gemini. Um, Back to this though. What is the connection between the two of you? What is this connection between the two of you? Because even energetically, they're trying to create a blind spot through the tarot and the cards to where they're like, but I ain't gonna let you go. Whatever this is, they're like, but I ain't gonna let you go, Gemini. I ain't gonna let you go. But at the same time, they're like, they don't know what to do either. So it's like you don't want to let Gemini go, but you can't seem to figure out how to make things work. Like I said, you're just what? You're just what? There's something going on with you personally, Crosswatcher. A lot is going on with you. A lot is going on with you. But you are fighting fights in every single direction with every single person around you. And this is that energy of like, find your happy place, find your happy place, find your happy place. Nope. Because you trying to find your happy place is your form of escape the reality of what you created and what you've gotten yourself into. That is pretty crazy. Like you think there's a way to strategize your way out of this. No, there's not. There is not a way to strategize your way through this. And you know it. Damn. I mean, you're over here like, when will this shit ever end? How about this? This shit will end when you walk away from tarot. When you stop obsessing. When you stop showing up here day after day after day after day after day after day, being told the same shit that it just won't sink in. Like I said, Gemini, blockhead. You just won't. You just don't get it. You could write the answer on the flat surface of the block, and they just still wouldn't get it. They're like, "Oh, fuck it, fine. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've always done." Okay, you do that. You do that for a split second, then you're like, "Fuck, this isn't what I want to do." And it's like, oh, here we go again. If it ain't this, it's that. If it ain't that, it's this. Like you have, oh my gosh, you have a reason for every single fucking problem in your life and your situation, and you aren't taking care of any of them. That just sounds like someone that wants to complain and make everything else a problem, and they don't want to deal with any of their problems. That's someone who's constantly deflecting the blame, accountability, and responsibility off of themselves and saying, fuck you, world. It's your problem to deal with, not mine. But then they're the ones that go around with a chip on their shoulder, lashing out at everyone. Something kind of tells me someone didn't show them or teach them how to process their emotions and their thoughts when they were younger. Since we're going there today. You want to lash out and you want to act like a kid, you want to act like one big baby, then you're going to be treated like one and you're going to be spoken to like one until you learn to grow up. It's a sad thing to see when adults are acting like children, especially when it's like, you understand that they might have their, situations or circumstances in their environment growing up. But eventually over time, you can't sit there and whine and cry and tantrum your way through life to get whatever the fuck you want. And then when someone tells you no, whine and tantrum and kick and scream at that too. It's like, that don't fucking work. The life is not nice. The world is not nice. The world is very cold. So when people are willing to help, like those who do tarot or divination, and they're trying to help you out, but you want to just off the fucking rails, we don't need that shit. We don't have to put up with this. We don't have to give in to your demands. Just because you're going to what? Get all angry and pissy and hissy? No. It's not how it works. Just because you can't figure out your shit doesn't mean you can go around trying to force other people to do whatever the hell you think they should do because you just don't know what else to do with yourself. I mean, look at that, the roadblock, dead end. Oh my gosh. The Five of Swords, Gemini. It's just, that is a sore loser. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That is a sore loser of like, fuck, I'm not. You got nowhere to go. Energetically, you've been cornered. You've been cornered. I don't know what your deal is, but don't make it everyone else's deal. Don't take it out on everyone else just because you have so much shit going on in your life to where it's like, oh, I'm going to, what? You're going to make everyone else miserable because you're miserable? No. Grow up. Grow up. Just because mom or dad told you no sweets before dinner at the dinner table doesn't mean you get to ruin everybody else's plate. It doesn't work that way. Like, damn. Such an energy. So I don't know who it is, Gemini. Like I said, all fire signs. It's just been a chain today, so we'll see what they come up with. This reading, they came up to a dead end. So, Crosswatcher. Like I told you before, be still. Bye.